Hey, it's Tuesday night and we're back. We know we weren't here last week. I'm BKP. It's time for Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. We're at Days Chevrolet here on 515 in Jasper. Come down, check out some of these cars in the front showroom. These Corvettes are amazing. I'm here with head coach Chris Parker of the Pickens Dragons. Also, my co-host, happy to have RJ Casey. We want to thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza for providing the pizza for the players and the coaches tonight. Also, we're drinking some Pepsi here. We want to thank them. Pickens is 3-0, non-region, so they're starting the season out 3-0. These are my words. I always call these preseason games because the coach may not agree, but I call them preseason games because it's time for region football. 7 Quad A, I'm excited about that. I know you are too. We're going to talk to Coach about that. They're coming off a win with Johnson. Pickens is 24-14. Coach, thanks for being here. I know it's fall break at the school, and you guys have kindly not an off week, but you're practicing in the morning. It's fall break. 3-0. Congratulations on starting the season. I call it preseason. These are non-region. Did you get to see everything you wanted to in the 3 games to look at for all the adjustments going into region play?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we felt pretty confident with the situations we were able to put our players and our coaches into in the 3 games, and of course, being 3-0 means it was relatively successful. So now we got to carry it into the next 7 games, and it doesn't matter if we were 3-0 or 0-3. We start 0-0 as far as getting in the playoffs. And our goals for this year have never been necessarily defined with the number of wins. We'd love to win every one of them, but the goal is to get in the playoffs and then to keep winning once you get in the playoffs. And so, there's 8 teams in our region, and the top 4 get in the playoffs, and every seed you get, if you can be the first seed or the second or third or the fourth, the higher chance you got of probably winning in the playoffs. So, this kind of starts that this week. So it is nice to be 3-0, excited, proud of the guys, proud of the coaches. But, now we really got to focus and move forward into this region schedule. We got probably, I consider, one of the toughest region games we're going to play probably this Friday. So we're stepping right into it.
We're also joined by Coach Bo Page. Glad to have you with us, Coach. And also tight end Walker Lawrence. Glad to have you here with us. Coach, as defensive backs coach and special teams, going into region play, you've had 3 games here going into region play. Talk about the defensive backs you have this year, some of the things back there, adjustments you've made, some of the things you've seen had to do, or the successes you've had to going into region play.
Well, we've got a secondary with a lot of playing experience. We've got Zach Herman. He's got a 4-year starter. Got 2 3-year starters, and then Will Watching is back. Started for us last year, so they're ready to go. We just cleaned some stuff up. Had a couple mistakes early on, but they're ready to go. They're fired up for this week.
Stats-wise, you've had 3 defensive strong games. We're going into region play 7-7, going over to Ridgeland this week. RJ, what was the offense this week for Coach? By the way, RJ here, let's get it out here now. Coach knows this firsthand. We're going into region play. RJ's been told to tighten it up a little bit, Coach. We've got to let you know. The questions, no more of these soft puff questions in non-region, right? RJ, you and I talked about that. Yeah, it's time to tighten them up, right? Yeah. And ask Coach the hard questions. RJ, what the offense on the ground this week? What was their offensive stats?
Rushing, they had 271 total rushing yards.
How many guys touched the ball?
Had seven guys got some rushing attempts with Chris Pickens leading the way. Had 23 carries for over 130 yards, 2 touchdowns, and then Marcus Bird was behind that with 72 rushing yards and a touchdown as well.
Coach, obviously against Johnson, averaging 5 yards a carry on the ground. 3 times you do that, or twice you do that, it's a first down. Take that all day long.
We were happy with that. Yeah, the bigger issue for us is how many percentage of the plays are going for 4 and 5 yards. Because unfortunately, your yards per carry could be skewed if you had like a 50-yard run and then 2. Right. What you want to do is see how many of your plays are going for 4 or more yards. And so for us right now, probably probably 50 to 60% of the plays are doing that, which is pretty good. So we're pleased with it. A lot of issues on Friday offensively with things maybe that missed an assignment here and there. We got a couple of guys we held out. A couple of things where we called some plays where we were trying to do some different things, and that kind of got us off a rhythm some. But the ultimate goal is to win a game, and I thought we did a good job of finding a way to win the game. And then Johnson, I thought they did a really good job of playing hard and physical and making it hard on us and not giving it to us. And we got up on them. I think it was 17-0. And then they came right down the field and scored, and we had to score again, and they scored again. And so the last part of the game was a little hectic like that. But I was proud of the guys, and I thought, anytime you can run the ball, anytime you can play some defense, you got a chance to win. And I thought so far all 3 games we've done a decent job of running the ball and a decent job of stopping the run.
You got any questions you've been holding on to?
I got a question for Coach Page.
There you go.
Oh, put me on the spot right to
Go
start.
for it. All right.
Yeah, with you helping coaching special teams. Talk about how special teams have done all year. They've been doing good covering.
Yeah.
For the most part.
The guys have really gotten after it. We we put them in at the beginning of the summer, and they go down. They cover it up. We've had some long returns, but of course Ridgeland from last year, we had a little special teams let down. So that's kind of been stuck in everybody's head, and so they're fired up. I mean, it played a big part in that game. So. It may end up playing a big part in this game. Hopefully this year it's going to be, to our advantage. But they've been getting after it. I'm proud of them.
Yeah, guys have been playing hard on special teams. Having a lot of guys returning is helpful on special teams. With many of them teams got guys playing that played in position before. And Coach Page and all the guys done a good job coaching special teams. Coach Page spends most of his time, even in the off season, working on this and researching and talking to people and whatever. So it's nice to see when that's paid off. But I thought we returned the ball pretty well, kicks and punts, and our coverage has been good on kickoffs and punts, and we made all our kicks pretty much. So don't say anything.
I didn't say nothing.
But,
I did not say a word.
But
I
Coach
did look
Page-
at those stats though. They're pretty
But Coach
impressive.
Page done a good job with special teams. I bet the stuff you can't see in the stats, though, is our coverage teams have been pretty good, and most of our return. On punt returns, some of these punt returns are going for 9 or 10 yards. But that's a big 9 or 10 yards. You catch the ball, you get 9 yards. If you let it roll, it goes 15 yards the other way. That'd be 24-yard difference, or it's catching the ball and returning it, or just letting it roll. So, proud of the guys, and obviously, not trying to jinx us. We like to see even better effort from them on special teams this Friday.
After our break, we're going to get into talking about going to Ridgeland, what the region looks like this year, some things like that. Walker, we're going to get you into conversation. Throughout the year, we may not get time to talk about things like this because we get intense with region play. So let's take this week, consider you're in fall break. Coach, tell me a little bit of what it's like on Saturday when you look up, because I watch your Facebook page and I see the post, and you see some of your players playing college football. Talk about a couple of them. What's that mean to you when you see a couple of your kids on Saturday playing college ball to you?
It's probably one of the more fulfilling things that we get as a coach. When you get the young men have a chance, one, they get a chance to do something that they really always, since they were little kids, wanted to do. That's exciting. And it's exciting as a coach when you feel like maybe, even in a small way, if we have helped prepare them for that or helped get them in that position, that's exciting. So, we got a young man playing in Minnesota, Shannon Brooks. We got a young man playing quarterback at Mercer, Tanner Brumby. And we got Jordan Shaw, who played there a year before I got there, but Jordan is, he's a Division II All-American at safety. He's one of the better Division II players in the United States, and he's having a really good year. And then we got Silas Locke playing at Berry, so it's really exciting to see those guys. And we got some guys on our team now that will have some opportunities to play, in the next couple of years on Saturdays. And we Walker's got a lot of options in, academics. Walker's got good grades, academics, baseball, and football. Walker has some options too. And so it's exciting when these guys they can see maybe the other guys. Might be a good question for Walker as anybody, but it's important to see the younger guys on our team to see that that's an option for them. It's not just some hypothetical thing. That is an option. It's not, everybody doesn't play college football,
right?
But it is an option. somebody can play from Pickens County. It's happened. And then as a us, it's very fulfilling. I'm most proud. I'll tell you what, Tanner and Shannon especially, I'm very pleased that they're able to go out there and both times when I talk to their coaches, they talk about how prepared they are and how they do well in the weight room and they understand how to watch film and they understand how to practice. And those are things we take a lot of pride in because we want to, we want our high school team to just be a little mini version of what they're doing at Minnesota or at Mercer or wherever. And so apparently that's in some cases true. So that's very, very, very satisfying, I guess, for us as coaches to hear that.
Well, let me say this. I went home and found myself watching Minnesota and Colorado.
Yeah, how about that?
I was like, okay, when's the last time I've done this?
Yeah.
And then I want to say it was the quarterback's fault. That's all I want to say. All right, I watched that play a couple times. I believe it's the quarterback's fault. Just joking out there. But anyhow, yeah, it's very, very proud of those young men. And I see the post on Facebook, and I wanted to talk about that. Walker, talk a little bit about that, seeing some of your teammates go on to play in college and some of the opportunities you have and what it means to you.
I mean, obviously, it just shows that anyone can do it. Anyone from Pickens County, we're a smaller county. It makes you realize that anyone can do it, and that we have that option if we work hard enough. And ever since you're little, you're kind of told that you can't do it since you're from a smaller county, but now we're saying that we can. And anyone in our high school can, that plays football, works hard enough to do it.
Well, that's what I'm glad you said that, Walker, because at VentureNews.com, Team FYN Sports, we say now with the internet and what we do and what you do, and Coach coming down here and what we do on these shows and so forth, you don't have to be in the big markets to get recognized anymore. We can get recognized. Pickens can get recognized because of the opportunities that are out there now for people to see you. And the programs that you have here, you have great programs. And so, the internet has been a big help. You don't have to be in the big market anymore as strong as you used to have to be to get recognized and noticed.
That's right. Huddle stuff's good.
Huh?
Having stuff on Huddle.
Absolutely.
And then our staff is committed to giving these guys a chance. I mean, we've not had any seniors in the last 3 years. Now, I mean, hopefully this will be true this year too. But we haven't had any seniors that expressed an interest in college football that didn't have an opportunity to play in college. Maybe some smaller schools, different places, but they've all had opportunities. And so some of them have not gone. They've chosen to just go and be a student. And that's an option too. I don't see nothing wrong with that. But it is exciting to see guys, get a chance to go to the next level. And, Coach Page played for us at Sequoia. He had a lot of people. He played baseball in college, but he had some opportunities. And, going all the way back to, we're not going to tell years, but a long time ago. We've had guys that have had that opportunity. So I've been very lucky to, even when I was assistant coach, be around good coaches that have kind of helped promote players, and I've learned how to do that. Try to do the best we can about giving guys opportunities to kind of fulfill that dream. If that's something, they've got to have the good enough ability, they got to have good enough academics, but then if they do have those things, giving them that opportunity to get somewhere to play.
And it's the structure and the focus right here at Pickens that they get that they can take elsewhere. And I'm proud, Coach. I want to say how much respect I have for these college players going out and you getting calls and saying, hey, they're trained to where they understand the weight room, they understand film, they understand that. So that's
exciting. That's probably the best thing about it for us personally. Selfishly, that's a good thing for us.
I'm leaning baseball or football college-wise?
I don't know.
You don't know yet?
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know.
Don't know?
No.
Well, baseball season's not here yet, right?
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Walker's a smart boy. You got to keep all his options open.
Got to keep all of his options open.
Yeah.
I
Can't
don't
close
know.
any
He's
doors.
got the size here, right, RJ?
Yeah.
RJ, hey, I'm BKP. You're watching Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. We're here at Days Chevrolet. We want to thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza for providing pizza for the coaches and player tonight. Also, we want to thank Pepsi for our drinks. I'm here with my co-host, RJ Casey. We're going to take a brief break. We're going to come back. And officially, after this break, for you Dragons fans out there, it starts 7 Quad A region football time. They're going to be making a long road trip, going to be seeing, Coach going to be going over there to see a friend of his. We're going to talk about that after the break, so stay with us. We'll be back after these messages.
I'm Sheriff Dane Kirby, and I'll stand up for you. I'm Stacy Nicholson, Sheriff of Gilmer County, and I will stand up for you.
Stand up and speak out. No matter how rich, cool, talented you believe yourself to be, how you treat people ultimately tells all. I am Allison Sosby, District Attorney, and I'll stand up for you.
LJ Tire Company since 1955. With a huge range of tires at the lowest price and fast, hassle-free service, LJ Tire is all you need every time. LJ Tire carries only the top brands in the industry: Cooper, Michelin, Mickey Thompson, Pirelli, and Yokohama. Stop in and let AES certified mechanics change your oil today. Life doesn't slow down for car maintenance, and LJ Tire won't either. If your car is tired of its tires, go to LJ Tire.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
New Schottenkirk Ford in Jasper. Highway 515 South, Jasper. SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East Ellijay. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
El Rey in Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated, and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey in Ellijay.
Let it ride during the Lucky 7 sales event at Lifetime Kia. Come try your luck in the Money Machine. Yes, come take a test drive and you get a chance to grab for cash in the Money Machine. Plus, shop big-time savings on every vehicle in stock. And remember, Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And Lifetime Kia will extend that warranty for as long as you own it. Come try your luck in the Money Machine and experience the savings at Lifetime Kia.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart. And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
Only one thing beats a day's price on a new Chevy. It's our pre-owned price. Now at the Days Chevy Jasper Pre-Owned Super Center. Save thousands off original MSRP on the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in the North Georgia mountains. Cars, trucks, SUVs, even luxury vehicles. Many with factory warranty. And all thousands below new car prices. We can even help rebuild your credit. Save thousands today at the Days Chevy Jasper Pre-Owned Super Center. The North Georgia mountains big volume, low price leader.
Better days ahead. Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hey, I'm back here with head coach Chris Parker and special team coach Bo Page, and we're also here with Walker Lawrence. I'm here with my co-host RJ Casey. It's Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. We're here at Days Chevrolet. Come on down, check out these neat Corvettes in the showroom. You got to check them out. We want to thank Johnny's New York Style Pizza for providing pizza for Coach and the player here, and also Pepsi for providing drinks. Before we get in, I said it's officially region football, but before we get in, we wanted to talk to Walker Lawrence here. You won the Ironman competition. Talk about that. I watched it. I don't know if you know this, but approximately 5 a.m. every morning I go to Pickens Dragon football and I scroll down everything. I know every sponsor, I read everything on your page, and I've seen everything you guys are doing during Ironman. Talk a little bit about that.
I mean, it was just it was a good thing to win after working hard all summer. And Coach Wharton, I mean, he pushed through those early morning workouts, and then just felt good to win that. I mean, obviously, strength and speed are a huge part of football, so that kind of gives you confidence on the field to, do good.
Is the Ironman competition before the season starts, is that really help with, one, the conditioning, two, the focus and the determination and everything going into the season? Does that put a lot of the parts into play for the season, all of that, the structure?
Definitely. I mean, strength and conditioning is a huge part of football, probably more than any sport. Yeah,
and that competition plays a large role.
Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, it's what you're working towards. It's the end of the summer, so you're working towards that.
Are you seeing the strength and conditioning that you're doing later in the game paying off? Are you guys
Yes,
prepared for that second half?
Yeah, especially this year, I feel like kind of stepped up, especially playing both ways some. I'm not as tired as I has been in previous years. Yeah.
Coach, going out to Ridgeland, and you're going to go see Coach Wesley Tankersley. He's going to be on a different sideline this year. What do you think you're facing this year besides saying, he's a good coach, the regular stuff you tell me? I had to do that. I already know you're lying. What do you think going over to Ridgeland this year, looking at them starting region football play?
Well, first off, Coach Tankersley does a good job. And he is a friend of mine, and he does do a good job.
Yeah, he does. I know.
But I mean, he always did a great job at Gilmer against us, and Ridgeland always did a good job against us. So I guess, like a perfect storm of people that have done a great job against us. He's got a lot of coaches that were on the previous staff, mixed in with him and some of the guys he's worked with. So they're going to have a good plan for us. We're going to be very familiar with each other, maybe similar to a Pickens and Gilmer type game. So that, I guess in that way, it's just unique. I guess that there'd be a different sideline, but. Ridgeland's always played us tough. They got good athletes. They were in a state championship game just a few years ago, and they got most everybody back from a team that last year beat us. We only lost 2 games last year in the regular season. This was one of them. So
35-28.
Yeah, I mean, we expect it to be a very physical, very tough game. I mean, and like I said, just adding Coach Tankersley to that already team that gave us a hard time last year just make it that much tougher. So. It's going to take our best effort. We're going to have to do a good job, all 3 levels, and limit some penalties and turnovers and, special team mistakes and all that. And whoever does that will probably have a chance to win. But there's a good chance that they'll be, one of the teams that's left there at the end toward the top of our region. So, I'm pretty impressed with
You got a question? You look like you got one ready to go.
Well, I got a question for Walker. You play many different positions on the field, both offense and defense. How do you define your role, and how do you prepare for it each week?
I just do what the coaches tell me.
And that's why he does good.
Walker would be the definition of like a guy who could play for the high school version of the New England Patriots. Some weeks he's a tight end, some weeks he's a running back, some weeks he's a wide receiver, sometimes a defensive end, sometimes an outside linebacker. We just kind of move him around wherever we need something, and he goes there. But because Walker is basically an H-back, which means hybrid, means he can play a lot of different places. He moves around, changes the formation. He probably doesn't get a lot of stats, like he can catch a ball here and there, or make a tackle on defense here and there. But most of Walker's productivity is things that you wouldn't notice, if you weren't a coach. But very valuable. Walker, arguably one of the more valuable guys on the whole team. So because he's able to get us in so many different formations and play a little bit of receiver, a little bit of running back, without us having to sub people in and out of the game, so they know what the formation is. And Walker's playing defense a little bit more every week, it seems like, and he'll probably play some defense this week too. And he just Walker's a good boy, been a good guy to coach, a good kid to coach, and we have a team full of Walkers. We'll be pretty good, and we got a lot of those kind of guys.
Coach, every year high school football, you return some players move on, and you have to prepare for this point, region play, and this is where it's time, and it starts counting. How does this team stack up with previous Dragon teams that you've coached going into region play? Some of the adjustments, what might be different? You might be stronger in one way this season, and you might have some kids come up next season that you're stronger. Still good teams, but how does this team stack up
every
going
team,
into region play?
That's a good point. Every team in high school football is totally different.
Absolutely.
And in college football, they turn over 25% of roster, 20% of roster every year. 4- and 5-year guys in college, and freshmen will play. Sophomores will play. So in the NFL, sometimes they can keep guys for many, many years. In high school, most teams, juniors and seniors will play.
Right.
The occasional sophomore, freshman, but most of the juniors and seniors. So basically, half of the team turns over every year.
Right.
And you get different things. And our job as a coach is to accentuate the kids you got on the team. And so it's a good question. The answer to the question is that we probably have more depth and probably have a little more physical, a little bigger team than we've ever had the last 4 years. Definitely have more depth and probably got some pretty good toughness, good group of kids, play hard, don't let a lot of things bother them. And the difference would be we don't have an explosive player to the level of Shannon Brooks, where if we get a penalty on the drive, we may not score on that drive. Whereas before we get a penalty, we just back up and give it to Shannon, and he just runs people over. Gets
First and 15 didn't make you real nervous.
So it becomes more important that we do the little things right. But the people that we put around Shannon last year, which were a good group of boys, we may have more good players to put around this year. We just don't have that one guy that just everybody can look for to make the plays for.
I am seeing that in the stats. I'm seeing that in the stats. More guys touching the ball, more balance. In a game like this, when you're going out and playing Ridgeland, Coach Page, it can come down to which special teams does not make the mistakes, that executes. That sometimes can be the difference in these games when you're playing a team like Ridgeland. How are you practicing on that this week?
Well, Ridgeland's they have some really good athletes. They've got some guys back returning the ball that if we don't do our job, they're going to take it to the house. They'll make us pay for it. So, our guys know their role. We're not changing a whole bunch of stuff up. We're just going out there and just trying to, clean everything up. And our guys know how important it is. They remember Ridgeland from last year, and they're going to get after it. They've been doing a great job. Part of that depth is that we have special teams depth. And when a guy, we've put a lot of kids out there that are starters on offense or starters on defense, and when they need a break, we've got a kid on the sidelines that I got a lot of confidence in that can go in for them and give them a break, and hopefully without missing a beat. And they've done a good job. They've watched a lot of film and worked really hard, and so it may come down to a special teams play this week, but our guys, they'll be ready. Hopefully.
Yeah, we'll be ready. Coach Page does a good job here. We got one of the best special team coaches around. Really, he works hard at it all year. He'll have them guys ready. One of the best guys around right here, man. We don't get to see these guys off, so when I get the audience, I got to tell them. Everybody gives me all the credit to blame, Coach Page.
Well, Coach, here's something that I don't think sometimes is talked about. Ridgeland is probably the furthest away game in the region.
Close.
It's not close. It's a long ride over the Ridgeland, and how do you prepare the team for that long ride in a bus and then getting off and knowing hitting that field ready to go, because sometimes it could be tough getting a team long ride and having to take a break between the ride. How do you prepare for those long road trips?
Well, I think this week we combined it with that fall break, and so I don't know if that's better or worse for Friday. I know it's probably worse for during the week, but on Friday, since we don't have school, we probably can get them a little earlier, and hopefully we can get down there a little earlier and have a little more time to kind of get our legs under us when we play. But truth be told, they came to Jasper last year and beat us, so. And no excuse for us. There's no excuse for us to ride.
It's
over
the same
there.
distance,
it's
right?
It's the same distance. So we're not trying to make an excuse about
Right.
that, but it does change.
But you're right.
It does
exactly.
change the idea, like in going to LJ,
Right.
or somewhere like that when you're going to play. So, we just have to, probably don't, we don't carry as much stuff with us on the bus that's dressed. We go totally undressed. We try to relax, try to leave a little bit earlier, where maybe we're getting to the school. If we're going to LJ, we're getting to school at 5:30. Maybe we're at Ridgeland, we're trying to get to the school at 5 o'clock. Just knowing that from 5 to 5:30, it's going to take that long for them to just kind of move around and get kind of the bearings back, from riding for so long. So you try to get there a little earlier and kind of get accustomed to it or whatever. You don't hate to get right off the bus and stuff.
Right, exactly. Coach, one more thing here. You're getting a team effort, and football's a team effort, and you're getting a team effort on Friday night, or you wouldn't have the W's. So I don't want to leave anybody out, but at the beginning of the season, when you start playing games and you get in the third game, could you pick out a couple players that are stepping up that maybe, that are maybe you didn't expect, and I don't know how to put that, but you know what I mean? You got a couple players.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to point out, a couple of guys. We got so many now.
Right, I know that. I know that. I don't want to leave
Walker
anybody
is
out.
one of them actually, because we got so many guys that we're dependent upon. Bradley Regano's another plays tight end with Walker, and they kind of move around for trait formations. And Hunter Golden's another one. Offensively, those guys kind of are all seniors. They don't all get the ball, but maybe once a game or something. But they have a lot to do with any yards we gain, whether it's rushing or passing. And defensively, I've been really pleased with all the guys on defense, honestly. But our linebackers, Dylan Eilers and Jacob Gordon and Jordan Burton and Kyle West, and those guys have been really good at linebacker. I think they've been solid. And secondary's all guys back from last year. So like Coach said, Dylan Gazaway, Will Watcher, Zach Herman, Caleb Brooks, all played there for at least 1 year together, and some of them played there 2 or 3 years together. The D-line has been productive too. So it really has been a team effort for us. It's one of the hardest things I do all week is when y'all send me these emails to pick the dang player of the week, because nobody's going 300 yards or or making 30 tackles. It's a lot of the guys like doing things that I know they're doing a good job, but I don't know that anybody else would know that. Like Walker making blocks or running a route. Walker may run a route that takes a guy with somebody and let somebody else get open.
Right.
Or something that nobody
Absolutely.
would notice if you were just watching the game. And so, it's a team effort. One of the ways, if we want to win on Friday and continue, whether we win or lose on Friday, we want to win these next 7 games. We want to win as many of them as we can. And the only way we're going to do that is having unselfish players and unselfish coaches. People just doing their part and not getting frustrated when it doesn't work out and just playing the next thing and, working together. And then, we really do have that. So that's why I do brag on these guys, but we brag on pretty much everybody we bring over here because we do have a lot of good guys. Nobody would work from January to now getting a little bit of money we get and they get nothing for, just because.
Right.
You had to be committed to it and be all in, and we got guys that are. So it's really about getting as many of those unselfish guys doing their job at once, and I'm excited you asked that question because we want to highlight those guys. It's just so dang many of them now, it's hard for me to pick 1 or 2.
Walker, we're going to have to close, but I want to hear from you before we leave. Going into region football, what about the team? You guys ready? What's the mood in the locker room with you guys? Not the coaches. You guys in the locker room. What's the mood?
It's
you guys
good.
ready?
Yeah, it's good. I think we're all excited.
Are you?
Yeah, it's real season now.
It's real season now.
Yeah.
I like that. We're going to leave with that. Walker said, we got it from him, it's real season now. That's what Walker called it. We're going to go with that. Thank you, Coach Bo Page, for being with us. Coach Parker, thank you. And we wish you well over at Ridgeland as you start region play. This is I am BKP, and I'm here with my co-host RJ Casey. I'm glad to have him. We've been here, Pickens Power Half Hour Dragon Talk. We're here at Days Chevrolet. Again, we want to close tonight thanking Johnny's New York Style Pizza for providing the pizza tonight, and also Pepsi for providing drinks. And hey, it's a long ride, but travel over to Ridgeland, Dragon fans, and support the team. And if you're watching out there, Coach Tank, I said hello. I didn't mean anything. All right. I'll see you real soon. Okay. Hey, we're out of here, and we'll be back next week. We're going to get real serious now because it's the real season. Walker said it.